Okay, I'm gonna start blowing on in the holes here. I'm gonna use this rubber tipped blow gun. Just gonna blow in all the try not to blow your screws everywhere. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this down with some seafoam. I'm going to let that soak for a little bit on there. The seafoam is really nice for breaking down carbon and stuff. Okay, while that carburetor is soaking in the seafoam, I'm going to just blow out this fuel line. So I know it's perfectly clean. Because if there's crud in that fuel line, I put it back together, what's the point of taking it apart and cleaning it? I'm just going to fill it with junk again. Okay, I got the top part all in. Now I'm going to do the bottom. Well, I don't have any other parts, so I'm guessing everything's back in there. Okay, it's back together, ready to go back in. I didn't have any new screws to put in here, and I want to get this out and test it. So I just ground a slot into the bad ones. There's 3 bad ones, so I can use a standard screwdriver to get them on and off. Because yeah, the Phillips was shot; it wasn't going to work anymore. So it's ready to go back in now. It actually looks like whoever was tearing this apart, looks like they stripped every screw out as they was tearing it apart. Gonna need to get probably a few new parts for this, because I can't be messing with stripped out screws. Gotta hook up my throttle cable, and that's about it. Screwing the throttle cable back down. I couldn't get a shot of hooking it up. So you're just gonna have to look at the parts and figure it out. It's not that difficult. You take your little boot, slide it back down in there, give her a test. Feels good. Put the clamp back on the fuel line here. Now I gotta put this cover back on. Cover goes on like this. And I have to use this tool here to get the bottom ones. And hopefully I got a clean carburetor that's going to work now. And got her done, and hopefully I fixed the problem. Tools I used for the job: quite a few wrenches here, screwdrivers, pliers, some deep creep, DeWalt impact driver. There's a mixture of metric and standard on this one, so I'll clean up my thing and I'll do a test fire. Well, let's fire this up, see what happens. Gonna have to get the fuel in there because I took it all out. Really won't know until it's fixed until I run it. So, well, unfortunately the carb clean didn't fix the problem. My next thing to do, I looked all over on the wiring to see if I could find a bad connection or a splice or something that was loose. I couldn't find anything. So my next action is I got a new fuel pump coming. That one looks original, and the first Ranger I ever had, the only problem I had with it was it had a bad fuel pump. So I'm kind of leaning towards maybe a fuel pump problem. If that don't clear it up, I'd probably put a new needle and seat in the carb. And then go from there with the electronics if that don't do it. But I'm going to see if a new fuel pump fixes it, because that one looks really old. Actually, that one looks original. It's got the original part number. So if it's not original, someone went to Polaris and got one, but it looks pretty old. So that's what I'm going to do next.